this is Kim at Kim's Nest, and today I thought we would take a look at my craft room, so let's get started. Here's my desk. This is where all the crafting happens. Let's get a little closer and we'll take a closer look. Up here in this drawer I just keep just junk, not very organized. And then below here, this is where I keep my stickles, and I know I misspelled that, but I ran out of S's. And my Copic markers and the color box ink that I use a lot of. And I can just grab this out easily and quickly and get that. And below that I have just a little tray. This is where I put all my scrap paper while I'm crafting and everything, so I don't have it everywhere. And then when that gets filled up, I have another place I put it, and I'll show that to you in a minute. Then here's my actual work area. I have my computer on here right now, but when I'm crafting, I move that. Here's my mat. You've seen in a lot of my videos. And then I have my Xyron machine, and I have these little black buckets that I keep like my glue and my ink and scissors and stuff in. And then I have a little hook here, and I keep my heat gun on. Then I have a little basket here, and what I usually keep, I have my ATG gun in there right now, but what I usually do is any of the things that I've bought recently that I want to use, like I don't have much in there right now because I've been trying to organize everything, I'll put in there so that it reminds me that I want to use those. And above that, I just have this, let's see if I can zoom out, I can't, just a little frame thing where I can put the recipe for the card that I'm making. And then here's my cutting station. I have the little cutter that I use and the big cutter, which I just got recently and I really love. And then here is the chalk that I use to kind of enhance some of my cuts. Below that, in the drawers, this is where I keep all my ink pads on both of those drawers, and my blocks and things like that. I also have just, you can see all my cords, but I have some drawers right here, and this is where I keep all my punches that I use in there. Okay, and then on the other side of my desk, I have this pull-out drawer. This is where I keep my my score pal and my little sheets so that I can craft, and also my Cricut mats. I have another little drawer here where I keep just like my gypsy accessories, just some of my recipe cards, my label maker, and I bind it all pieces and things like that. And then in this drawer I keep my adhesives, and I have some, oh sorry, went off camera. I have some of my Martha Stewart flocking material. I don't have a lot in there right now. I just have up on the shelves, I have some of my little flowers and some cards I've made. I have one of my old cutters over there on the wall. Not sure if you can see that very well. And the trays have paper in them. Those are ideas that I have for things I want to do here in the near future. And then of course my TV, so I can watch American Idol while I scrapbook. Then if you go on around, you'll see my shelves. They have my printer, and then I have some paper packs, and I have those labeled like paper tray, ink paper. I'll zoom in so you can see those. Maybe I'm trying to learn this new video thing, but it's like paper tray ink and holiday, Kim's Whimsy, Kim's Bargains, pages to do, things like that. And then above that, let me zoom back out, I have just my picture boxes, and I have like a box for each one of my kids, and just pictures over time. And on the top I have like picture, I use not for pictures, but to put like cards I've made, so that if someone has a birthday or baby shower or something coming up, I can just go right there and quickly grab one. Then below that, this is my paper storage. I'm trying to get a good shot at it so you can see. But basically on this aisle right here is like my paper packs. Like here's all my K and Company packs, Mind's Eye, Martha Stewart, Paper Studio, all of that stuff. And also some holiday papers and stuff like that. Then in this second stack, this is where I keep all of my 12 by 12 and 8 by 10 sheets of just solid cardstock. And then beside that, this is where I keep all of my scraps, and I have them organized by color. So if I want like some green, I have all my green scraps, so I have lots of things to choose from. So have it like that. And then in this I have all of my stamping, like my wooden stamps. They're not organized very well, but I know where to find them. So that's where that is. And then if we go on around, I have what I call my wall of fame, which means this is where some of my favorite cards go until I give them to someone or I make something else and I put it in my box. Then below that is where I keep my gypsy. See my gypsy right there. And then I have my cricket. And then I have my Cuttlebug and the card embossing folders behind it. Below that I have some more storage containers that just have, you know, like my ribbon and my Sizzix that I don't use anymore, and just things like that. And then lastly, as we come around, I have one of my favorite sayings. It says, "Make each day your masterpiece." And then I have a picture of me and my dear husband up there when we went on our honeymoon. And then I have, of course, my little boom box there so I can listen to my music, and I have in the little basket beside it music that I like to listen to. I have my camera and of course my carousel with a bunch of my tools. And then below that on the shelf I have all of my Cricut cartridges. I have a lot, but there's a lot more I want. It just takes time. Then over here in the green baskets I have all of my clear stamps, and I have them labeled. Then I have little dots on them that tell me like if it's like for I think green is holidays, pink is just like for everyday, yellow is for card phrases and things like that. So all of these have my stamps in them. And then below that is my embossing powder, and I keep them in just these little plastic containers, Ziploc containers, and I keep a little spoon in there so that they're easier to use when I emboss. And then beside that I have just my card bases that I like and envelopes. And then below that I have a little carousel that has some clay tools that I use because I like to play with polymer clay also, and some just ribbon scraps in this little container. So that's my scrapbook room, and now you have an idea of where I do all my crafting, and